Hey guys, welcome back. As you'll notice, I am in the hospital with an IV in my arm and a bum knee. So it's interesting. I've been gone for a few days. I've been trying a lot to um, make a lot more content for my YouTube, and all of a sudden I just vanished. So anyway, I figured I'd talk about a little bit what happened because everything was awesome and then it wasn't. And I was running and I got stabbed in the knee by a stick and it broke off. I had a little chunk of stick sticking out of the front of my kneecap. It was about the size of my thumb in diameter. It's pretty gross. And I got a little bit of video right after it happened that I'll put on Instagram. I'll put it here. So if you're squeamish, maybe look away now.
I was just running, and then I jabbed the giant stick into my kneecap. Put a big hole. It's really gross. So, literally, maybe like 6.5 minutes into my run, I stabbed my knee on a branch, and the branch is about as big around as my thumb, and it was just sticking out from the front of my kneecap. So I pulled it out, and there's a big old hole there. So I go clean it out and then assess whether I'm going to need to get some stitches or not. Yay!
And then here's a little bit of what it looked like after it was cleaned up. Now the hole looks much smaller than it was when I pulled the stick out. The stick was considerably larger, so the hole does not do the injury justice. And here's cleaned out. The wound does not do the stick justice. It looks a lot smaller than what actually stuck in my knee. And when it was stuck in my knee, it went in probably an inch or more under the skin. It was really gross. Now, because of the COVID thing, hell, the whole thing happened because of the COVID thing, which is sort of random. I would not have had a stick hit me in the knee if I wasn't trying to socially distance with someone on the trail. So I pulled to one side of the trail, and I was like kind of running right along where the bushes were, and the other guy went to the other side of the trail, and then I got a stick in my knee. And then it was pretty gnarly, and I thought about going to get it checked out right away. And I said, oh, I could probably take care of it enough because I've had some puncture things before that have been taken care of. So I think I can mimic what was done and not have to go to the doctor's office with all the COVID stuff because, don't want to do that. So I cleaned it out. It swelled up pretty good, which I expected because, puncture wound and it's painful and everything. And then the next day, the pain had gone down a bit, but the swelling was still there. And it was just, hard to walk, painful. The whole day I was just kept my feet off, like my feet off the ground and just had my foot up. And it seemed like it was feeling better, but it didn't necessarily look any different. And went to sleep again. Next morning I woke up hoping it would have gone down some, and it was just like the swollen part of my knee, which is actually above my knee, kind of between my thigh muscle, my quad, and my kneecap, was really swollen and just super hard. It was just warm to the touch. So I was like, okay, I got to go to the doctor. Went to an online doctor just to have like an assessment. I thought maybe it was like antibiotics or something. And she's like, oh, you might have like a septic joint, so you need to go to the doctor right now. Went to one ER, and I was filling out the paperwork, and something in their paperwork, I didn't like the way that it read, so I was like, I don't want to do this. And I went to a urgent care, and they were really great. She looked at it, and she's like, okay, this is very serious. You need to go to the hospital, like right now. And so she recommended I come to UCLA, which is where I'm at now. So I'm at UCLA Hospital in Westwood. I think it's like the Ronald Reagan Medical Center, something like that, in Westwood, Los Angeles. And they brought me in. It was crazy. So, yeah, they took it in. A lot of doctors here. The staff here is really, really good. And it seems like all the doctors work as a team. So it's never like one person making a drastic decision. But they looked at my leg and like, yeah, we got to do something about this. Determined it was fluid. They took an ultrasound, and sure enough, there's a lot of fluid. They drained these two like big cups of fluid out of my knee, and then they sent that off to culture to see if it was infected. And it was on the cusp. There was a threshold that they hit that like if it's over that threshold, they have to do surgery. If it's under that, they can wait and see. I was under the threshold, but not by much. So my options were go have my knee surgery to basically completely rinse out my joint. I don't know, they scrub it or rinse it out or do whatever. They literally open up your knee and go in there and rinse it out, put it all back together to get the bacteria out so that you don't get a bad infection, because those knee infections can basically destroy the cartilage in your knee, all this stuff I don't want as a runner, a cyclist, etc. So yeah, so that was that. They said we can wait, see if the cultures come back, or we can do a slightly less invasive version of the surgery that may turn into the more invasive version if we find an infection already like stirring in there, if it's like it's past a certain point. So I went into knee surgery. They went in there arthrographic, I think it's called. I'm probably mispronouncing that. They went in like multiple places underneath my kneecap, cleaned all this stuff out. I just had a bottle removed. I had a drain hanging out of my leg for the last couple days, since it's now Monday, and I've had a drain hanging out of my leg since Friday. It just took it out. And I'm able to walk. It looks like I might get out of the hospital today. I don't know. But anyway, it's crazy. I've been in here for days. It looks like my knee's all jacked up, all because of a little branch. So a tiny little infection, and how quickly it can change, you know? So I went from running, feeling great, to now in the hospital for days and days with a, jacked up leg. So anyway, I figured I'd share that because I'm here, so why not? And then I have my laptop is here. So I've been trying to edit some of the videos I've taken previously so that I can have something to upload. And I forgot my webcam. So doing my little like ZBrush and talk videos, I can still do them, I just won't be on the screen. It's probably better that way anyway. But anyway, just figured I'd share my awesome experience, and I'll get an update hopefully in a few days once I get out, and then some updates from time to time as it recovers. I get back to running and cycling hopefully, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, thanks guys for stopping by, and we'll see you kids soon. All right, guys, quick update video. Obviously, I'm not in the hospital right now, so all the previous video was from earlier today. I got home this afternoon, and it's so nice to be back. Obviously, I'm standing, so I can walk around a little bit. I have to monitor this thing really closely for the next like 3 weeks until everything is solidified and good, because there's a chance that it could get bad again. So I just have to watch it. But I'm home, so I'll be back to making my normal videos soon, and I have a couple of things that I'll be uploading that I recorded in the last like couple weeks. So I'll try to get those done since I'll be sitting a lot, and yeah, it should be good. Anyway, thanks guys for stopping by. I know I already probably said it in that last clip, but again, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Have fun, and I'll talk to you kids soon.